Attention, attention. All the things you've been swooning after on the LadyGang.com, all of our clothing and beautiful merch. There's a huge warehouse sale happening right now. It's not going to last long, but go over to shop.theladygang.com and you're going to find some epic things. Like you can get a velvet dress for $39. You can get a hat for $10. The swacket is $99. Head over there. There's so much greatness. And you know what? You're welcome.
It's time for a Quickie.
Podcast One presents The Lady Gang, the Hollywood girl posse, with Lady Gang Quickie. Here's Kelty Knight, Becca Tobin, and Jack Vanek.
Let's make this quick.
Oh my gosh. You know this isn't Becca. This is Jack. And that's because we have a very, very, very special episode for you. And guess what? It's all of our favorite good week, bad weeks from the past 6 years. There has been some hilarious, disgusting, crazy things that have happened to us over the years, and you're going to hear about them.
A collective bad week. We got in a little bit of trouble. We started the Fempire podcast and got really excited and did a photo shoot and did a logo and got it up on iTunes, and we worked our butts off. We worked so hard to get this podcast up. Mm-hmm. Then out of the internet abyss came someone who actually legally owns the name Fempire. Now, we were confused by this because she hadn't really done a whole lot. Like, the brand wasn't out there. It wasn't like Nike, where you were like, yeah, someone obviously already started Nike. Like, it was like a little bit of a disarray. So we weren't sure what's going on. So then the Fempire became very popular, and it's awesome. And you guys listened, and you loved it, and you shared it, and it's everywhere. And we have like over 4,000 social media followers already on Instagram, like in just a few weeks, which is just mind-blowing. The bad news is that we are going to have to change the name of the podcast so that we don't get sued, because we want to continue to buy bags and shoes and
lap dances.
I want to be able to afford rent and stuff.
Yes. And so we have 1 week to change everything and become best friends with everyone at iTunes and figure out what we're going to do.
To quickly preamble this, if you're new to the Lady Gang podcast and you haven't listened to all of our episodes, there has been an ongoing
Preface is the word you're looking for.
Preface. If you haven't prefaced it,
Oh my god.
Okay, I want to
Canada
preface.
is so ashamed right now.
I want to preface. Preface?
Yes.
Like preface. Preface.
I want to preamble. You're a journalist.
I hate you both.
Preface. Okay, yeah.
I want to preface this by saying to all of you lady gangers who are loving and supporting of me, that for many years I've been talking about this guy who works out at the gym at my work, and we call him Jeans Man.
Yeah.
And he's incredibly hot. He went through a stage of ugly. He's back to being hot. He came in first a bedazzled jean, which is what first drew me to attention. Then he had a skinny jean. Then he had a dark denim. Then he went to cargo pants, and I was like, it's over. But then I've seen him recently. He's back into a skinny. Which brings me to today. Jeans Man was on The Bachelor.
Excuse me?
I know!
Which one?
Oh my God. So, one of the assistants at work was like, you know Jeans Man? And then wrote me this and said, he was on The Bachelor.
Let me see him.
There's a picture of him. Here he is. Full Bachelor podcast revealed. Jesse Beck. He was an actor. And then he was on Bachelor in Paradise.
What is he doing on the lot
He was
now?
not on Bachelor in Paradise. He was?
Let me see him.
No, Bachelor Pat. That was before my time, before I started watching it.
Bachelor Pat.
I don't know who.
Wait, what does he
Bachelor
do now on the CBS lot?
I don't know. I've never talked to him. I'm scared of him. He's too
Can
sexual.
you look at his IMDb?
So I drink red wine before I go to bed, like every night. It helps me unwind. I get really chill.
So good.
It's good for you. It helps with weight loss, and then I don't go to the gym, whatever. So the other night I was doing my thing, watched Curb to go to bed, and I forgot to brush my teeth. So I woke up like an hour after I went to bed in like a half awake sort of haze. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, I gotta go brush my teeth. So I don't put my glasses on, it's dark, and I'm like walking to the bathroom. I like get my toothbrush and I go to put the toothpaste on. I start brushing my teeth.
Not your toothbrush.
I brushed my teeth with Monostat.
Why?
Yeah. Why did you have Monostat so readily available?
Oh my! You know what? That is the best ever so far
It was
in the history
sour.
of Lady Gang.
It was sour, to say the least, because I was cleaning out my bathroom and I was like getting rid of some stuff, and I just like put the Monostat next to a couple other tubes of stuff, and it looks like a toothpaste tube.
It does.
And I just had it like on my counter, and I wasn't
does it
thinking.
taste like?
She said
Like
sour.
and a little bit like.
How many seconds
chalky.
before you noticed?
I mean,
Pretty
It was
quickly.
pretty quickly.
Wow.
But it still entered my mouth, and it was disgusting.
Congratulations.
Today, this is so good. Today, we came in and we had a lot of meetings prior to, recording this. We met some important people. Kelty and Jack are both wearing leggings today.
Oh no, is this a good week or a bad week?
This is my good week.
Oh.
And at one point, one of our meetings, I noticed that the person was staring at both Kelty and Jack's vaginas. Because you both are sporting the most aggressive camel toes today that I've ever
My
seen.
leggings are very revealing.
I mean, I can't even tell you. Like, I could draw your vagina right now. And so
Well, I have a small vagina. But
apparently not. It doesn't look that small today. You both have the worst camel toes I've ever seen. And I've waited this long to tell you because I wanted it to be a surprise. But I felt like that friend who doesn't tell your friend when there's something in their teeth. That's what I felt like all day today.
You're such a bitch. But like, what are you gonna do about it? I can't change it.
Tell you to maybe put a barrier.
Done now, a barrier.
A
Well, I
barrier.
forgot my sweatshirt in the car, so go f yourself back up. I can't change it. That's okay. There was a rule. There was a rule on the Lady Gang in the Facebook group because they were talking about some girl. She's like, "Do I tell my friend this or that?" Some girl said, "If it's something that you can't change in 5 minutes,
You
don't
can
tell
pull
them."
your pants out of your vagina.
I have nothing to cover
not
it
for
with.
long. It's
But
gonna
you
go
can-
right
If I had a jacket with me, you could say, "Jack, put on the jacket,"
No,
but I
you
don't.
could adjust it. Like, it's literally like your vagina's eating dinner right now.
Whatever. They're also really shiny and thin. I knew that. You know what? I thought about this when I put them on, but I was already in the car and I was already leaving my apartment. That I was like, you know what? Oh well, it is what it is. Everybody can see what my vagina
My
looks like
whole
today.
life is a camel toe, so I'm not. This doesn't faze me at all. I'm like, you're welcome, world. Enjoy the best camel toe you've ever seen. It's not just the biggest camel toe you've seen, Becca, of all time. It's the best goddamn camel toe in the world. I'm very competitive. It's the number one camel toe.
Well, exactly what you guys said was going to happen happened.
Your husband
Your
cheated.
husband left you? Yeah.
No. So listen, my husband, who I love so dearly, it's my birthday yesterday. And I always have the worst birthdays. There's something about Christmas is amazing. Valentine's Day is awesome. My anniversary is always delicious. Something bad happens on my birthday every year. Like, it's just a crappy time. And I don't know if it's I bring it into my universe because I'm like
Manifesting it.
emo or whatever. Anyway, so my husband was on a work trip. I could not even sleep for 2 days. He's in New York and he was in Miami and he's all over the place with one of his clients and like they're on a private jet and I'm pretty sure there were like whores around. Anyway, so I couldn't sleep for 2 days and I was like, I don't know what's happening. And one of the nights I was so restless, I took a NyQuil and I still couldn't sleep. So I got up and I walked down the street on Santa Monica Boulevard, which is like, I don't live
Wait,
in the
in the
safest.
middle of the night?
Yes. And I got 4 donuts, a Boston cream.
Wait. Where did you go?
Donut time.
You know that place is like a drug
It's
dealer.
literally where you go to buy drugs.
Yes, and donuts. So I had a Boston cream.
Literally
I
just
had
drugs.
a classic. I had a
even know they sold
chocolate.
donuts.
I ate them all at one time. Then I went to sleep. I woke up the next morning. My makeup artist is like, "Your face is really puffy." I'm like, "Yeah, because I ate donuts at 3 a.m. I can't sleep. My husband's out of town."
There's
So anyway,
probably some drugs in there.
Hubs comes home. And he's like, "How was your week?" "Oh, good. My week was good too. Great. And he's like, "Okay, cool. I'm going to shower." And I'm like, "Okay." He goes, turns the water off, and he turns the water on. He comes, he sits on the end of the bed, and he goes, "I have something to tell you." My whole self is like, what? Anyway, long story short,
Wait, that was the most terrifying thing you've ever done.
it was horrendous, and
Wait.
I just couldn't even breathe.
Wait.
Anyway, so I'm thinking it's
cheated
over.
on you?
We're divorced. Like, I'm so confused. Anyway, he was like, "Listen, I was in New York. I went to the strip club, and I was with other guys, and everyone was doing it. And I got a lap dance, and I feel really guilty. So I'm gonna tell you right now." And I said, I said, I'm so cool with this. I'm totally fine. Night. Just kidding. I cried for like a whole day, and I was like, oh my God, all the things that the girls told me are true. Like, I'm not sexy enough and I'm not hot enough, and now he's going to find another woman named like Bunny. Like, I don't know.
Wait, what does the donuts have to do with this? Is this circling
I just
back
knew
around?
in my gut that like someone's shenanigans
Something
were
was
going on,
happening.
so I dated carb, you know? Anyway, so here's the thing. So I ended up listen, here's what you want in a husband. You want someone that's going to come and say, yo, some shenanigans happened. Like, it's cool. I love you. It wasn't like
Are
a
the
thing.
shenanigans like champagne room shenanigans?
Yes.
Wait, like he had a
Wait,
private
he got like a
lap
hand
dance?
job?
Oh, no. I don't think so. I don't think so.
He probably was just.
I don't know. What happens in the
Was he in
champagne
a
room?
private room?
No. No
Oh,
private
then
room.
it's fine.
It's
fine.
private, and then maybe
Yeah.
they can do some.
I
Like,
used to work
sex
at one.
stuff.
It's totally fine. I'm just kidding. I didn't know it.
Anyway,
was your
so the
stripper
good
name?
thing is, Bunny, Kitty.
Ambrosia.
Ambrosia.
Anyway, so I realized that I really am lucky because I do have a good husband and I really do love him so much. But the best part, this goes into my good week, which was like, that was really horrible and kind of like, oh, in my heart. But then for my birthday, I woke up the next morning after this conversation. There was a card on the table and I opened the card and it was like the most beautiful card. Like, you're my whole world. I love you so much. And then it had all these little spa services and he had made little check marks and he's like, I'm taking you for a spa day on Saturday. Check which one you want. And I was like,
All of them.
You cheated.
no, I'm just kidding. I was like, your shenanigans caused me to eat 4 donuts. I'm going to have to Tracy Anderson every day this week to fit into my Grammy dress. So I checked every single box except the chirotherapy because that's just way too cold for me. So anyway,
So you basically are taking your husband to the cleaners.
kind of, yeah.
Hey, that sounds good to me.
Listen, it's fine. He went to the strip club and
Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah.
Is it okay for guys to go to the strip club?
100%.
Yeah, I think so.
Listen, but you know what? Here's the thing. You can let them go to the strip club when they're with like their like
bros and stuff.
Yeah, but like you can tell if your husband's or boyfriend is going to go into the champagne room depending on what guy he's going to the strip club with.
Yeah.
So I will say, you know, it's a real thing, like the champagne room and like some sexual acts being done. But I feel like when most guys go, especially your husband, who's like
The best
so
guy
sweet.
ever, yeah. You know he's not going to do anything weird. He
No, I know
probably
that.
like felt so bad for just being in the strip club that he
probably
was
felt
like
grossed out. Yeah, for sure.
I think it's totally fine. I mean,
Yeah.
I would probably be like, hey, can you give me a heads up if you're going?
Yeah.
Because then I'll like send someone in disguise to like videotape you.
100% put on a wig and glasses.
But you know, a heads up would have been nice. But you know what? It's fine. It's not like
I'm just always torn
think it's
between
fine.
like, I'm not a regular wife. I'm a cool wife, but I'm not. I'm
you're
like a
cool
total
wife.
psycho wife.
No.
I
You're
think
a
you're
cool
a cool
wife.
wife, too.
Your husband is a music manager. I mean, you have to be cool to even
Yeah, he's
marry
like out
someone.
traveling with like some of the biggest artists in the world. It's that requires a lot of trust on your end.
Anyway, if you guys are wondering why
I guess.
I'm feeling puffy, it's the 4 donuts. Thanks, husband.
When we come back, more of our favorite Good Week, Bad Weeks.
This episode of Lady Gang is brought to you by Zenbee plant-fueled pasta. You guys have to try this. We have a code for you. We're so excited to offer our Lady Gang listeners a special 20% off discount on your first purchase by going to zenbee.com/lady. ZENB.com/LADY for 20% off. I have been enjoying this because it's made of yellow peas, so it's gluten-free, and it's honestly a great way to get your nutrition in. It's made with one ingredient, whole yellow peas. It's packed with protein, 17 grams per serving. And it's non-GMO, dairy-free, and gluten-free. So we're so excited to offer our Lady Gang listeners a special 20% off discount on your first purchase by going to zenbee.com/lady. That is ZENB.com/LADY for 20% off. Terms and conditions apply.
So these days, it seems like life forces us to be on all the time. But every now and then, it's important to stop and reset. And that's when you reach for a Coors Light. It is mountain cold refreshment made to chill. There's only one beer out there that's literally made to chill, and that's Coors Light. The mountains on the bottles and cans even turn blue when the beer is cold. And that way, you know when it's time to chill. When you need to hit reset, just open a Coors Light. It's mountain cold refreshment made to chill. We love that Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged, and it's crisp and refreshing as the Colorado Rockies. I just love Coors Light. It takes me back to the days of just sitting in the sun. They're coming up. They're so soon. We're going to be in the sun by the pool, drinking a crisp and refreshing Coors Light. So Coors Light is the one we choose when we need to unwind. So when you want to hit reset, reach for the beer that's made to chill. Get Coors Light in the new look delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/lady. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
LadyGang is brought to you by Progressive. So what's one thing you'd purchase with a little extra savings? Maybe a weighted blanket, a smart speaker, that new self-care trend that you keep hearing about? Well, Progressive wants to make sure that you're getting what you want by helping you save money on car insurance. So drivers who save by switching to Progressive save over $700 on average, and customers can qualify for an average of 6 discounts when they sign up. Discounts like having multiple vehicles on your policy. Progressive offers outstanding coverage and award-winning claim service. Day or night, they have customer support 24/7, 365 days a year. When you need them the most, they're at their best. A little off your rate each month goes a long way. Get a quote today at Progressive.com and see why 4 out of 5 new auto customers recommend Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2020 and May 2021. Potential savings will vary. Discounts vary and are not available in all states and situations.
The Lady Gang.
So my life kind of revolves around food. I don't know if anybody has realized that. But my good week, my high of my week is I had a sandwich named after me.
What? You're so famous.
I know I've made it when I had a sandwich named after me.
Wow.
My friend opened up a deli in downtown called Mel's Deli.
Yep.
And he named a sandwich after me called the Jack Attack. And it is turkey, lettuce, tomato, avocado, mayonnaise and whatever, and crushed up potato chips.
Ooh.
And I think it's going to be a banger.
Now, did you have any part of the creation? Is this your go-to sandwich?
Yeah. I came up with this idea after I had about 9 glasses of wine on Saturday night. I forgot that I came up with the idea.
Yep.
And I woke up on Sunday morning realizing that I had a sandwich.
Well, Jack, don't forget the little people now that you're such a big star.
Well, I really feel like I'm one step closer to becoming Larry David, which is like my one goal in life.
Oh my God, I love him.
I do too.
Oh my God.
He's my everything.
Should we get him on the show?
I would die.
You'd be sitting on his lap.
We can get his daughter.
And I'd be playing footsie with him.
Well, it can't all...
That kind of freaks me out, but I don't know.
I was in Georgia staying with my future sister-in-law and her family and Zach, and we went to visit and we were hanging out. It was really fun. They have this beautiful house. I get out of the shower and I am like drying my hair and I feel myself like loosen up one of my earrings, but it's like not really a big deal. So then I go and I need to go to the bathroom, number 2.
Of course.
I go number 2 and then I flush and I left, you know, some remnants.
Yeah. Little residue.
And it on like her spotless bathroom. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to like, what do you do? So anytime this happens, what I'll do is I'll flush the toilets really quickly and then
scrape it out.
And then get it out with toilet paper, like as little water that can possibly be in the bowl. So I like lean over and I'm inspecting, you know, what I should do, taking an evaluation, if you will. And I go to put my hair behind my ear and I hear plop, my earring in the toilet.
Did it land in the poop?
A diamond earring in poop water. And I was like...
That's where diamonds come from, though, right?
Poo?
Yeah, or something.
Do they?
Essentially, it's like just carbon pressed together, but whatever.
So not
We're
poo.
all of the earth.
So that's a no.
So I'm like, oh my God. And then I sat there with myself and I was like, this is not my house, so I can't run out and get any kind of prop, any kind of like tool. No. It has to just happen right here in this moment.
Wait, and it wasn't flushing down the toilet?
I had yet to flush it again.
Did it float?
It did not float. And I was sitting there like negotiating with myself, like how much did these earrings cost? And am I willing to flush it? So I was like, absolutely not. So basically what I'm doing is for $400, will you stick your hand in a poopy toilet?
Ooh,
that was my number.
Challenge.
That was my number. And I was like, I guess I will. There I go. In I go.
You did it.
I did it.
Did you wash it? Is it in your ear now?
It's in my ear. It's disgusting.
So proud of
Have you gotten a reaction on your ear yet?
I haven't.
Any remnants? No?
No.
My good week we were on Sex with Emily's podcast a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
And every time we're on, she always gives us some goodies.
Yes.
And they're always amazing. And there's like a lube that I put on my lips accidentally once, and then another lube that I accidentally put into my soda stream. But anyways, she gave us this amazing, what is it, a vibrator?
It's a vibrator
called the Womanizer.
It's advanced.
And this is not an ad, but I wish it would be, because it's the best thing I've ever used in my entire life.
How does it work?
So it has like air suction. It's like a suction, and you put it on your clit.
It vibrates and it sucks. It simulates oral sex.
Yeah. And so I would always say to people that have a hard time like giving themselves an orgasm, I'm like, use a magic wand, because if you don't orgasm from that, you're screwed. But
you're dead.
But you're literally a corpse. But the Womanizer is like it's the best thing I've ever done.
It's great.
It's amazing. I highly recommend it to everybody.
So I haven't used mine yet.
You got to use it.
I went away on a work trip and I left it under Chris's pillow as like a fun thing for when we got back, but we haven't seen each other yet. So.
I feel like it might be hard for somebody to use on you because it's so specific.
We can like hold it, right? You did it together?
Yeah.
Did he hold it for you?
We did both, but it worked better if I held it because it's like very spot.
Yeah, it's like you have to get exactly.
There's a light that comes out of it that just points in your clitoris that you can hold it on.
It's so weird.
I hope my mother-in-law's listening.
Yep. Yeah.
Amazing. Wow. Yay for our vaginas.
Yeah, everybody should get it.
And my dad. Ew, gross. I just realized he listens to everyone.
No.
Sorry, Dad.
Hey, Dad. Third love bra.
It's okay, Dad. I found Mom's back massager many times growing up.
You guys are assholes.
Yeah, we know.
Both of you and your Korean spa adventures on this podcast.
I thought you meant just for that.
I do, but we are.
Okay, so much over the last 2 years, you've been like, Korean spa. Then I went to the Korean spa. You and your little Leah Michelle posting photos of the Korean
about
spa.
all of my terrible experience. The staph infection, the tampon in the shower. I'm sorry, I haven't exactly been singing its praises.
They're just not the most sanitary.
You made it seem so interesting. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to a Korean spa because I'm not the kind of person that would go to a Korean spa. I'm more of a covered up kind of gal, you know?
Whew, you're in for a rude awakening.
So, no, listen to this. So I got snowed in New York City, and I was like, you know what? I do not have to work today. I'm going to go to the Korean spa. So I sign up for the Korean spa, and I'm so excited. And I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And then I'm like, ooh, I'm going to be naked. I go naked. No one else in the entire...
Where were you?
In New York.
Oh.
At Spa Palace. No one else in the entire Korean spa
was naked?
Yes, but here's how I found out. So I like tiptoe over and I'm like in the dip pool and I'm just like living the jacuzzi life. And then I'm gonna
Someone
steam.
came over to you and told you to put on a bathing suit?
No, and I'm naked.
Were you in a co-ed one?
No, I was in girls only.
Okay.
So I'm naked and I was the only one in the area at that time. Like other people. So then people start walking in. Like it starts to get busier. And there's like two friends and they take their towels off. They have a swimsuit on. Next one, swimsuit. Next one, swimsuit. So literally like the 4 hot tub section and walk to the steam room. There's like, I would say 10 to 12 girls there. Every single one of those bitches is wearing a swimsuit. So then I'm like stuck in the water. And I have to be like, and my towel's over there.
No.
And I'm like, I have to stand up, butt ass naked, and like Schneger with my bad tramp stamp over to get my towel in all nakedness. And every other single girl there had like, some of them were wearing one pieces. It was not okay.
Did you say something?
No, but I was like, I cannot believe the amount of rules being broken right now. It is unacceptable.
Okay, I will say every Korean spa in LA you have to be naked in. Like you cannot wear a bathing suit.
Also, I want to let you know, they didn't give me a slipper.
Yeah, they don't do that.
So gross.
It's
Yeah,
no
do.
frills.
And they
We
said
spa does. Not a slipper. It's like a plastic
They said
slipper.
you couldn't bring your own flip-flops. No personal flip-flops.
Ew.
So you just have to get athlete's foot.
God, I was just naked with no shoes on and it was horrible. Anyway.
I'm sorry you had that
Wait, did
experience.
those girls make funny faces at you?
Well, I was trying not to look them in their eye, and I was just like trying to slither out of there.
I
But
feel like I just would have had to say a
And then-
disclaimer before getting out.
and then it's also
My friends told me I needed to be naked.
anyway.
Apologies if you have to see my pussy right now.
You guys, my pussy's
Voluptuous
beautiful.
vagina.
That would be more like take a picture. It won't last forever, you know.
I am
Definitely will
famous.
not last forever.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Wow, it feels good to reminisce about all the good, the bad, and the diarrhea. We will see you next week for a regular episode of Lady Gang.
Thanks for listening. The Lady Gang is produced by Alex Ingber, Steve Delameter, and Jared Monaco. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and review our podcast. And if you love it, share it with your friends on social media. Like, oh my God, I just listened to Lady Gang. This episode's so great. Swipe up to listen. And if you really want to, which we know you do, please follow us on social. At Kelty, at Becca, at Jack Vanek, and at The Lady Gang. Sign up for our newsletter at theladygang.com and join our secret Facebook group. It's super fun. See you next Tuesday.
This February on Pluto TV, we're putting the spotlight on iconic black talent. Watch your favorite movies like Top 5, 48 Hours, and More Than a Game. And drop in to binge black TV classics like The Bernie Mac Show and Moesha. Pluto TV has hundreds of channels and thousands more movies and TV shows, all for free. So download the Pluto TV app on your favorite streaming device and start watching today. Pluto TV, drop in, watch free.